Hello, it's Kadisha. I'm back with another video. This video is inspired by the passing of someone who was actually very young. And of course, we see this all the time in the news, but it's just a little bit different when you see it happen to someone around you or someone you know, and it hits a little bit different, and it makes you want to live life with a little bit more of intention. And so you're watching this video, I don't believe by coincidence, and so I hope it helps you or basically encourage you to want to step out and move accordingly each day, because we don't know when our last day will be here. So this isn't a time to actually get scared or think like, oh, what if it is my last day? No, this is more to be excited. Like, what do I want to leave with the earth? What do I want people to say that I did in their life to make their life better? And that's what it's all about. We can't do life, we can't live life by ourselves. I think I've talked about this previously, because one time and I say one time, maybe one time in your life you thought about, I could actually live life by myself. And this rabbi, he said something, it was so funny. I said, oh, okay, maybe I can't live life by myself. But he was like, okay, so who's going to, basically do the electricity? Who's going to run the water? You're going to have to do all this stuff by yourself. So when you actually think about it, you're like, no, I'm glad people want to work at the energy company, who want to work at the water place, want to work wherever. It's like, I'm so glad these people are here. And so we don't really think about that. The people who get our food and bring it to the marketplace, or even if you grow your own food, like where you get your seeds, whatever it is, it's like someone had to help you do whatever it is you had to do. So we can't live in the world by ourselves. Let's face it. But anyway, how would someone say that you left the world, or your impact or impression on them? I actually was introduced to this lady when I was working at this facility, and she worked for a company, but she had a client inside of the building where I worked. And so she would come in there in some kind of way, and I want to say some kind of way. Of course, I know it was God-led. We clicked, and she ended up moving into the place, but then she ended up moving away. And I thought of her name maybe a couple weeks ago when I was praying. I'm like, I wonder how she's doing. Because she never told me she was moving, but I found out that she was moving. And she, when we last hugged, she hugged me really tight, and she was looking at me like, I'm never going to forget you. And I'm like, Lord, was she an angel? Yeah. But I remember her, so yeah. According to the movies that we watch, if you remember them, then they want to guard angel. So, but yeah. So I recently looked up her, to see where she was, but she did pass away. I think it was 2 years ago or something. And how they'll have where you can write a little comment on the internet. They do that now for some reason, I guess, for the people who can't make it. And so people were basically raving about her. I didn't write anything because it was 2 years later. I did. I just remember I did write something. I don't know if the family will see it, but even 2 years later, I wanted to write something on her, family comment. I don't know what you call that. Her family comment, because the way she impacted my life, and it wasn't even a year. I don't think I knew that lady for a year. It could have been a year, but the time went by so fast. So I'm not sure how long it was. But yeah, so when I think of her, I'm like, Lord, have I impacted someone like that? And some people, somebody has to impact. Now, I'm not going to go there, because I was just going to say, well, maybe you're not going to impact anybody's life. You're going to impact somebody's life, if it's your parents or somebody. So get that out of your head, because you probably was thinking it, because that's why the Lord allowed it to come to my head. But you're going to impact someone's life in some form or fashion. And that's good. That's good. We want to leave a lasting impression and not a negative one, But yeah, it just really made me think about life, because oftentimes we go through life thinking about, okay, oh, here's Monday, oh, thank God it's, thank God it's Friday, and we're ready for the weekend. It's just like, am I living my life with purpose if I'm doing that every single day? Because I should be happy every day, whether it's Monday or Friday. I should be excited to get up to see what the Lord is doing, see what He has on, for me to do today, or how can I be a part of what He's doing. That's what my church teaches, and I love that. It's like, how can I be a part of what you are doing today, Lord? And that gives you a great sense of purpose, but also it just makes you excited about life. And I think it helps you to live with intention. And when the Lord allows things to come up to your mind, you're like, okay, let me act up on this because it's a reason why. And like I said, that's why it's inspired for this video. Of course, we never want anyone young to leave the world. We want them to live a old life. Even when they're old, we want them to stay here. But it's like, okay, yeah, they're gone now. So it's not about them being gone. It's of course about the memories that they've left. But it's like, what am I going to do to basically not let their life or their death be in vain? And it has already inspired me to do this video, to really I'm thinking about, the young lady's mom, and I'm just like, man, that's so sad to have to bury a child. But the mother is still here, and it's for a reason. And we have to think up on those things when we're living life. Like, why am we oftentimes think like, why am I still here, or why did so and so have to leave? Like, it's a reason to all of it. But don't get down, get excited, because the Lord has great things in store. And maybe that's what the video is about. And it's like, how is going to be great things in store about the saddest of someone's passing? It's like, because it's going to inspire you to realize, like, I too will leave here, and what am I going to do to make this world better, or to make the people, which is the world, the people that I have influence over, better? And only you will be able to know what that is. God would have to lead you in that. And I hope my bad I hope this video inspires you to do that. So thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, saca lo que quieres ver en otros. Until next time, bye.